Wow, and here I thought I could start early today. Starting early, never gonna happen. Okay, well, let's get on with it. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to the Custom Card Review, where we custom card review custom cards. In today's episode of Custom Card Review, we custom card the reviews. Let's get into it. Hello there. Hello, PP. Love the name. First up, we have the Terrestrial Organisms Muto. These are pendulum cards. Based on Godzilla stuff. So, anyways, level 10 probably, or 9, you can destroy both cards in your pendulum scales, then special summon up to 2 monsters from your deck with different names that list a Godzilla in its name or text except this card. Any monsters special summoned by this effect can't be used for materials for any extra deck monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, special summon 2 monsters from your deck with different names that are Godzilla. It's a pendulum effect. You can destroy both these cards in your pendulum scales. I see, can't be used for extra deck plays. Lingering effect with negative effect. What happened to the member stream? Oh, I've been super busy the past couple weeks. Those will return. Don't worry. I'll make a post about it. I've just been ridiculously busy. That's all it is. Okay, so anyways. The pendulum effect basically destroy itself in your other scale. Special summon 2 monsters from the deck. They can't be used as extra deck material. Good balancing. Very good balancing stuff. Next one. Its actual effect. You can destroy this card from your hand, then add 1 monster that lists Godzilla in its name or text from the deck to your hand, except this card. Destroy this card in your hand. That's a unique effect. You can only use this effect once per turn. Monsters that list Godzilla in its name or text can't be targeted by your opponent's monsters, cards, effects. I don't know if this actually gets sent to the extra deck if it's destroyed in your hand. Does anyone know? I don't think that's how it works. I think pendulum cards on the field, they need to be on the field in order to go to the extra deck, right? I know Fire Kings destroy themselves in the hand, yeah. Like, that's not a new concept. There are no cards that allow you, like, themselves to destroy themselves in the hand. Usually they discard themselves. Yes, it goes to the graveyard. I would think it goes to the graveyard. I see. So it allows you to search a card. It destroys it. I don't know why you destroy it then. Cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. It has a high attack. Okay. Seems good. Next up, we have Godzilla. Level 11, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they're all weird levels. It should read, place this card facing your pendulum zone if it wants to do that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I think the intention was for it to go to the pendulum zone, but I don't think it works that way. Okay, so. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can return 1 monster on the field to your hand. Must first use minimum of 2 effects of monsters that list Godzilla in its name or text this turn to use the following effect, except this card. You can destroy this card, then add 1 normal spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Damn, that's good. Whoa. So, once per turn, you can bounce 1 of your cards. That's situationally useful, especially on a pendulum effect. But the other effect, you can destroy this card, add a normal spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Adding a normal spell card to your hand is kind of broke. Search any spell or trap. It's any normal spell or trap. However, normal spell cards are the best type of card you can search out of your deck. There isn't... That's like the strongest search effect. That's why there's so many limitations on searching out normal, non-specific spell cards. And that's why they make a lot of the strongest cards normal spell cards, because there's so few ways to search them. You know, like, that grass looks greener. It gets dinosaur support. You're right, it does. That is, but it can only use it if there's been 2 other effects activated this turn. Which I don't think is enough of a drawback for how powerful that is. Let's look at its effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect, while you have cards in your hand that list Godzilla in its name or text, minimum 1, except this card, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, negate the activation, and negate the activation. Okay. That's a lot. Reading proper problem-solving card text is like reading a legal document. It takes a couple of reads to understand what the intention of it is. I was like, okay, so basically, if your opponent's activating an effect, you can use this card in your hand to negate it and special summon it. I was like, damn. You can special summon this card from your hand defense position, negate the activation. Your opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to this effect. Spell speed 4. The turn this effect is activated, put this card on the top of your deck or extra deck at the end phase. That's fair. So, if your opponent activates effect while you have cards in your hand that have Godzilla in its text, except this card. So all you need is 1 other card in your hand, not even on the field. That's broke. Spell speed 4, not once per turn, special summons from the hand. Yeah, so Godzilla, you know, he's supposed to be a strong card, because it's Godzilla, of course. Yeah, it's strong. It's hand, spell speed 4, omni negate, that special summons a card. The card returns at the end of the turn, so you don't get to keep it. But, Zephyros is once per duel. This is, very strong. Monster 0 Ghidorah. Pendulum effect. Must have minimum of 3 monsters in your hand or field that lists Godzilla in its name or text, except this card to use the following effect. Man, having requirements in your hand, I don't know if that's really a thing. Besides, you know, like having no cards in your hand, like the Infernities. Neither player can use the effects of monsters from their hand or graveyard. Huh. That's a neat knockdown. You can pay 2,000 life points, return this card back to your hand, or place it face up in your extra deck. Oh, okay. So you can turn off its effect. You can only use this effect once per turn. So it's basically a floodgate. I think this is an actual effect of a card. It's like skill something. No, not one of the skills. I think it's one of the drains. Mind Drain? Here, let me show you guys. So we have... How come it's not showing up? There it is. So we have Mind Drain. Neither player can activate the effects of monsters in the hand. And then we also have Soul Drain. Monsters that are banished as well as cards in the graveyard can activate their effects. So it's like Mind Drain and Soul Drain put together. It's a floodgate that you place on the field. And if you want to turn it off, you can just pay 2,000 life points to turn it off. So, very strong. I'm not against strong cards. It cannot be Goku. No, none of these cards can be Goku. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, I'd hope so. Okay, now it's actual effect. Wow, this thing is strong. It's stronger than Godzilla? Why does it have more attack than Godzilla? This prevents floodgating? No, it is a floodgate that allows you to turn it off on your turn. Like, you can pay the cost in order to return it to your extra deck. That way it turns off the floodgate, because it affects both players. However, you can pay 2,000 life points to turn it off, essentially. Okay, now it's actual monster effect. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand or extra deck by destroying 3 face-up cards on the field or hand that lists Godzilla in its name or text. Can I special summon in any other way? Okay, reasonable. You can only special summon Monster 0 Ghidorah once per turn. Once per turn, quick effect. You can target 1 face-up attack position monster on the field. Flip it face down defense position, or negate its effects until the end of this turn. That's a good effect. Cards or effects cannot be activated in response to this activation. Okay, it's even better now. When this card is destroyed by battle by your opponent's monster, add 1 card from your deck to your hand except this card. Any card, huh? When this card leaves the field, shuffle it back into your deck. So it has a once per turn Omni Negate or flip a card face down, and it's spell speed 4. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then if it's destroyed by battle, you get to add 1 card from your deck to your... oh, I didn't even notice that. I thought it was a monster card. Any card? That's good because basically nothing can destroy it by battle. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It's only battle, and nothing's going to be destroying this thing by battle. Because it doesn't have any protection. Well, besides an Omni Negate, spell speed 4 Omni Negate, of course. Quick effect, target a face-up attack monster in the field, flip it face down, or negate the effects. Okay, so I guess it's an Omni Negate only on face-up attack position monsters. So it does have some restrictions. That's good. I do like how there's some restrictions. Like, the effects themselves are obviously really strong. But I do like the attempt at putting restrictions on them, because I do like to read strong cards. I don't like to read, like, ridiculously broken cards with no attempt at trying to make them balanced. Like, let me show you. Like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. This card is just ridiculously strong with no balance. These cards are ridiculously strong with an attempt at balance. There is a difference, and I like these kinds of cards, actually. I have no problems with these kinds of cards. I will, like, knock off points for being too strong, but I like them, nonetheless. This is totally my jam. Super strong cards, but, you know, attempts at not making them ridiculously broken, like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, is very appreciated. You gotta minus yourself hard to bring it out. Yeah, like, I like the attempts at making them fair, even if they're really strong. Yu-Gi-Oh! What is your opinion on the whole spell speed 4 terminology argument? I think it's a fine term, and people who argue about it are just, you know, people who really care about semantics. Okay, Rodin from the Fire Demon. I assume this is a Godzilla reference. Why is this one's pendulum box smaller than the others? Wait, are these like custom cards? The quality's pretty good. I think these were like made custom. So basically TheDuelLogs loves all custom cards equally. I actually am not a huge fan of pendulum custom cards, but I still read them anyway because I'm pleasantly surprised sometimes. Like, these ones have definitely pleasantly surprised me. I like them. Okay, pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can normal summon / set 1 pendulum monster without tributing. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. That definitely helps you get the Godzilla cards on the field. Okay. And its actual effect, it's a pyro type. Ooh, I'm sure that one pyro dude will like that. Cards are out of focus again. What? No, they're not. It is really small. I can make it bigger if you want. The turn you activate any of the following effects, you can't special summon any monsters from your extra deck except this card. Okay? Once per turn, you can banish this card from your hand. Then add up to 3 monsters with different names from your extra deck to your hand that lists Godzilla in its name or text, except this card. That's fine. Once per turn, you can banish this card from your field and 1 pendulum monster from your extra deck. Special summon 2 monsters from your hand or deck in defense position. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Okay, so let me read that again. Blah, blah, blah. Once per turn, you can banish this card from your field and 1 pendulum monster from your extra deck. Special summon 2 monsters from your hand or deck in defense position. Any 2 monsters? If monsters are destroyed by battle or card effects, you can special summon this card from your hand or extra deck in defense position. Wait, what? You can only use 1 effect of Rodin the Fire Demon once per turn. Okay. So, a little bit of problems here. This effect right here. Once per turn, you can banish this card from your field and one pendulum monster from your extra deck. Special summon 2 monsters from your hand or deck in defense position. Any 2 monsters? That's broken. That's one of the most powerful effects in the game right now. Nope. Cut that out. It's too strong. Make it 1 monster. That's fine. 2 monsters? Any 2 monsters? No, too strong. 1 monster is too strong. 2 monsters is ridiculous. The other effects, this bottom one right here, they're strong too, but this one's broke. 2 monsters, too much. That's too much. That's going too far. You can't special summon any 2 monsters. Right, so just for pendulums then. So since that's a roundabout extra deck cheat, right? Yeah. But you can't use them for extra deck plays for the first effect? I know you can't use them for extra deck plays, but it doesn't even negate their effects either. It's too strong. You can FTK your opponent without having to perform any other extra deck summons for the rest of the turn with that. Not ignoring summoning conditions. It doesn't negate their effects. That's one of the big problems. The big problem is that it summons any 2 monsters. Like, there are cards that are balanced around the fact that they're, like, impossible to search out. They ban cards that allow you to put monsters in the graveyard too easily. Bringing them out to the field is super powerful. Any 2 cards from the field, ridiculously powerful. No negating their effects. Like, astronomically, ridiculously overpowered. It just summons big blood gates? Yeah, you can just summon like 2 Archlord Christians. What is your opponent going to do about that? Archlord Christia, Spell Effector, Jinzo. Also, you can't special summon things. Stupid question, but how does that work? You can special summon monsters from your deck, but not your extra deck. There's lots of cards that prevent you from special summon from the extra deck. That's fine. Hey, Pain 96, the Pyro fan. Is Pain 96 here? Oh, hey. It's Pain 96. We were just talking about you. Okay, so. Let's see. The Godzilla archetype. Let's give it a rating. Rating. So. How strong are the cards? They're very strong, but they're strong in a way that I like. I'll still give it a point for strongness. I won't give it a 0. Too strong is bad. Some of these cards are too strong, but I like the attempt at balance. Creativity, I'd say they're creative enough. Viable, of course they're viable. Good art, I think these are like legit custom cards. Oops. I don't know what happened. I think I messed this up. It's not supposed to be doing this. Okay, so the XX50 attacks are pretty cool. Yeah, that's neat. I think I'll give these cards a 7 out of 10. I do like them. I think that's a little bit high for how ridiculously broken some of the effects are. Specifically Rodin and Godzilla. You know, an Omni Negate from the hand, that's too strong. Special summoning any 2 monsters from the deck, ridiculously powerful. Like, remember, part of the reason Spellbook of Judgment is so strong, let me show you. Let me show you this card. People always complain when I talk about how strong this card is, but they just don't understand the game as well as I do. Here, let me bring it up. Spellbook. Okay, so Spellbook. Here we go. This is one of the strongest cards in the game. Spellbook of Judgment. You know, when I was making my joke video on Maxi, I put this in S tier alongside, you know, Perform Power Plushfire. Like, part of the reason Spellbook of Judgment is so strong is because of its ability to special summon a monster from the deck. Like, sure, going +7 or +6, since you can only have 6 cards in your hand, is good. That's really good. But it's during the end phase, so that's not that big of a deal. Bringing out a monster from your deck, Jojin the Spiritualist, that is what pushed it into S tier. This is what makes it one of the strongest cards in the game. Just to show how powerful special summoning monsters from the deck is. And Rodin doesn't have any limitations. The only limitation is you can't use it for extra deck plays, which is... They were all scale 1? Are they all scale 1? I didn't even see that. I don't think the scale really matters because this card allows you to normal summon without tribute. I do like the cards. I still gave them a pretty decently high rating, even though I think some of the effects are just ridiculously broken. But they're not like super ridiculously broken, so I think that's fine. You know, they go really high in a believable scale without going, you know, hey, you win the duel immediately or draw 5 cards. I like them. They're good stuff. Next ones. Just let me read the text I just got. Estimated attacks, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Who do you think will win, Jake Paul or Ben Askren? They're having a Yu-Gi-Oh duel? You mean the Jake Paul? Or the guy who runs a kids channel? When's Diablo's video coming out? Probably in May. I'm too busy right now to work on a new series. Let's see. If you special summon monster defense mode, it doesn't have to be face down, so you can't use their effects. Yeah. They'd be face down. If they were face down, that would be more reasonable. There are still really good full effect monsters, though. But most of them have, you know, already limitations for special summoning them. Like, you can't special summon out Amaterasu, for example. But you could special summon out Pot of the Forbidden. Okay, let's go into these ice dragons. Hey, TheDuelLogs, how are you doing today? I was watching a 7 Deadly Sins and the Godzilla archetype is better than the April Fool's Chocolate Bunny. Yeah, they are better than the April Fool's Chocolate Bunny. They're really good. I like them. You're watching 7 Deadly Sins? Dude, Escanar. He's the best. It's a shame what they did to him later on. And by shame, I mean, that's not really a shame. He was still cool even when the story started to become shit. Like, which is a testament to how great that character was. Alright, so. Icebergondon. I like the art on this card. I kind of want to steal it for like a token in D&D. Level 5, low stats. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects if this card was tribute summoned this turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, negate the effects of one face-up monster your opponent controls, and if you do, destroy it. Huh. Neat. Makes you think about its applications. It could be useless or it could be really strong. And I'm not confident either way, which is good card design. Pompadour Blizzardron. If you control a dinosaur monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, that's really good. This would probably see play for that effect alone, unless it has a negative effect to follow. During your battle phase, you can target one other dinosaur monster you control, return this card to your hand, and if you do, that target can attack twice during the battle phase. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, this card's super strong. It's instant staple in dinosaur decks, 100%. You play 3 copies. There's not even a once per turn on the special summon. It's like Bora the Spear. You guys want to see a problematic card design? You guys want to see why Blackwing saw play for so many years? If you control a Blackwing monster, other than Blackwing Bora the Spear, you can special summon this card from your hand. It has good stats, and also inflicts piercing battle damage. Each effect is only once per turn. Okay, good thing you guys caught that. It looks like they're smarter than Konami when they designed Blackwings. There's also Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind who has the same problem. Blackwings are ridiculous. Laughs and Kizan. Oh yeah, Six Samurais have the same problem too. Like, most of their loops revolve around Kizan. If you're gonna have a card special summon itself from the hand that easily, it needs a hard once per turn. Looks like this person gave it a hard once per turn, I just missed it. Good job. Baggy Pants Lavasaurus. Does he have baggy pants? He's not wearing pants. Your opponent can activate trap cards if this card was tribute summoned this turn. Neat. During your main phase 2, if this card attacked this turn, you can attach this card as a material to one dinosaur Xyz monster you control. Then draw one card for each material attached to that Xyz monster. Wait, what? This isn't very good. Card advantage. It's not very good. Broken with Evil Sword. The thing is, Logia and Dalka are good if they can get off a single negate. They don't really need cards to extend it further. And this one can't extend it further very easily. Blizzardron. Flamosaurus. If this card is normal summoned, target one dinosaur monster you control. It gains 1 level and 500 attack. Alright. If this card destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon one dinosaur monster with your deck with the same level as this card. This one's good. It can, oh, I guess that's how you bring out this card. So it can increase its level and attack by 500, so it'd go up to 2300. 2300 is reasonable for destroying something by battle. If it destroys it by battle, you can bring out this card, who can then activate its effect during the main phase 2 if it attacked. That's too restrictive. Like Lavasaurus, for being a level 5 monster, it could just straight up negate trap cards, you know, full stop. And it doesn't really need a condition for attaching itself to a Dinosaur Xyz monster. You can just do this if it exists on the field, and it would be fine. Although if it did that in addition to being a Jinzo, that might be a little bit too much. You need to keep the first effect. The second effect doesn't need the convoluted condition. It could just be, if this card, you know, just once per turn, you can attach this card. It'd be fine. This one's fine too. Okay, so we have these cards right here. Ice Bergadon, I like it. This is good card design. I can't tell if it's broken or useless, which is great. Track support win. I like this card. It's an instant, you know, staple in dinosaur decks. These two are a little bit mediocre though. These two are good though. So let's give it a rating. We'll give it a 7 out of 10 as well. Yeah, a 7 out of 10. Good job. What the hell was that? I just got a notification. Your notifications will remain quiet in the action center while you're gaming. How does it know I'm gaming? I don't understand this. 8 out of 10, but not Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku good? No, 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 no. It's decent, but not Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku good. Let's go on to the next card. Did I ever update the thumbnail? Let me check. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Ooh, Amelia Watson stream. I gotta watch that. Ooh, I got some videos to watch after this is over. Okay, so. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the True End. I haven't read this card yet, but I was intrigued by the fact that it's apparently a combination of BLS and Chaos Emperor Dragon. Let's see here. Requires Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, plus Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of Evening Twilight. Envoy of the Twilight Evening. I thought this was a combination. Is that the original one? Let me check Twitter real quick. He did say he sent in an updated version. I could have sworn Oh, there's an Ina archetype? I should have reviewed that. I could have sworn... No, I just read it wrong. Okay. My mistake. I'm dumb. Whatever. This is fine. This card must be fusion summoned and can't be summoned in other ways. Ooh, it must have a spicy effect if it has that restriction. This card can be fusion summoned with the face-up monsters you above on your side of the field. You doesn't need polymerization. Twice per turn, you can activate one of these effects twice and only twice that turn. One of these effects twice. Wait, what? Twice per turn. You can activate one of these effects twice. Do you mean once? What? So twice per turn, you can activate one of these effects 2 times. And only 2 times that turn. So you get 4 effects? Is that what I'm hearing here? I'd like an Ina archetype? Yeah. I just arrived. Welcome, Joshua Flores. Locks you to one of the effects. You can only use them twice on that turn. Okay. I get it. You can banish one card your opponent controls, or banish one card from their hand face down into the end phase of the next turn, but this card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. Okay. If this card destroys one of your opponent's monsters from battles, it can attack again. Any monsters from a battle by this card are banished. If this card is sent to the graveyard, banished while on the field, face up or face down, you can special summon one Blackluster Soldier monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, ignoring its summon conditions. If this card's banished face down? Whoa. This has got to be the first card that could activate its effect when banished face down. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku good? No, it's not that strong. So basically, it can banish 2 of your opponent's cards or attack 3 times. Okay. And it floats into a BLS if it's banished. Or sent to the graveyard, of course. So. Wait, what? Is this card a lower level? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's the same level. Okay, so. For this card, you should probably... I always advocate when you're making a fusion card, if you're going to give it an alternative summoning condition, allow it to be used on top of being able to use fusion spell cards to bring it out instead. Currently, this one is contact fusion only, which means you need to get the 2 cards in the field in order to bring it out. And it doesn't really have protection, unless I am misreading something here. So it's not really worth bringing out over the other 2 cards. We can just use their effects. Oops, that was my face reveal. Let me read this again. Nope, no protection. It just has a floating effect. Okay. And the effect, I think it's just banish 2 cards, which is decent. But then it also has a restriction on top of that. And it's already kind of hard to bring out, so it doesn't really need that. Attacking 3 times is nice, but it's only on monsters. So it loses out to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, who's a lot easier to use. Only 3,000 attack? It's an option, not mandatory? Okay. We're gonna go based on that then. Assuming it's an option and not mandatory, that makes it a lot better. Although it does also have the restriction where it can't be cheated out of the extra deck. This would be a primo target to cheat out of the extra deck. But it can't be done that way. Okay, well, its effects. You know, it's fine. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Could be a little bit stronger for its effects. Next card. Armed by the Grave. Quick play spell card. I like this art. It's probably a screenshot from the anime, right? Still no protection, though? I don't think every card needs protection. It's just, you know, if it's going to be hard to bring out and it's too easy to destroy, then that's kind of bad. Armed by the Grave. Quick play spell card. If there are 4 or more monsters in the field, and your opponent controls at least 2 monsters, you can activate one of these effects. Target 1 monster in the field, destroy it. Target 1 monster in either graveyard, special summon it. You can only activate 1 armed by the grave per turn. 4 more monsters in the field, and your opponent controls at least 2 of them. The conditions for this card seem reasonable for how strong this card is. Like, spell speed 2 destruction of monsters is really good. Just a worse monster reborn? I don't think so. Like, let me show you a card. Let me show you a really good card. There's this card that exists in the game called Raigeki Break. This is actually a really good trap card. The reason it doesn't see play is because it requires a discard cost. And that's it. Like, the cost is, you know, you have to go -1 to destroy a card. But the card itself is actually really good. Because spell speed 2, just destroy any card in the field. There's so many different ways you can make use of this. So, this one basically is Raigeki Break, you know, for monsters only, without the discard cost. It eliminates the biggest downside to Raigeki Break, which is you have to go -1 to use it. Or special summon a monster from either graveyard, which is obviously a good effect. I don't need to explain that one. It's amazing in Duel Links. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of cards with, like, destruction protection, though. If it wasn't a quick play spell card, it'd be underpowered? Yeah, 100%. If it wasn't a quick play spell card, it would be bad. The fact that it is a quick play spell card means it's pretty good. Not half bad. Can't be chained, though. You know, one of these effects. You know, like 1 effect per turn. You can chain it. It's a quick play spell. Has Raigeki Break never seen play? No, it has. It has 100% seen play. Let me look this up. Let me see how many times it's seen play. I don't know if it's seen any play recently, though. Raigeki Break. It has seen play a grand total of about 200 times. But not once since 2016. So, Raigeki Break has a long history of competitive play. I should add that to my list of, like, cards I should talk about. Like, whenever I talk in a top 10 video and I say, this card has great protection from spell speed 2 disruption, I'll use Raigeki Break because it's generic. But it also saw play in over 200 competitive topping decks. Like, it has a long history to prove that spell speed 2 disruption is good. Raigeki Break. Have you tried Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega? I have. I just don't really see the point of using it in closed beta, because it's hard to find duels. It's really cool, though. I can't wait for it to go live. But I like to stay on Konami's good side, so I like to just stream Duel Links. Because I like Duel Links, too. Still waiting for top 10 best field spells in Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay. I'll do that eventually. But you can do more videos about Duel Links? I don't have any good Duel Links ideas, though. Like, what am I doing with Duel Links? Top 10... I don't know. Top 10 best Duel Links cards? I could do that. That wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too hard. How come you don't upload custom card reviews on the channel anymore? Because they don't do well. I cut series that don't do well. It does fine as a stream, though. You guys seem to like the streams. Okay. Duel Links bores me. That's fine. It is a different format. I myself love alternative formats. Okay, so Armed by the Grave, excellent support card. I have to give this a 9 out of 10. It's really good. I think it's just a tiny bit restrictive in its effects. That's it. Next card. Ooh, Invasion from Outer Space. Ooh. Ooh, it's Space Invaders. Okay, so. Quick play spell card. Special summon up to 5 invader tokens in defense position to your opponent's side of the field. Ooh. These tokens cannot be used as tributes for a tribute summon, nor materials to summon monsters from the extra deck. Holy shit. Unless it has some restriction, that's broken. Place up to 5 more invader token face up in your opponent's spell and trap card zones. These are treated as continuous spell cards. While your opponent controls an invader token, you must attack at least once per turn or your opponent wins the duel. When an invader token is destroyed from your opponent's monster card zone, special summon 1 invader token from a spell or trap card in defense position to that monster card zone. It is broken. I like the idea behind this. You basically have to play Space Invaders. But it's at the cost of making your opponent not be able to do anything. Like, it basically gives your opponent 5 monsters and then 5 spell or traps and completely locks them out of being able to do anything. And then you can crash into it in order to get another one on the field, and then you can just not crash into that one. And then if you just have, like, piercers, you'll win eventually. Or if you just flip those cards face up, since there's nothing preventing them from being flipped into attack position. You can't play this on your first turn? Is there a restriction for that? Special summon, defense position, those tokens can be used as tributes for a tribute summon or materials. The extra deck plays up to 5 invader token. It is a quick play, so if you can't, you can still just use it during your opponent's turn. So, like, if you just have card rotation, you can just win. Bring out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, attack all your opponent's cards. It's too strong. I like the idea behind it. You don't even need to attack tokens. You can just attack directly with Heartline Draco or something. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that this card is broken. I like it, though. Like, I like the idea behind it. You're basically playing Space Invaders with your opponent. It's completely broken, sure, but I like it anyway. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. That's about as high as I can give a card that's broken. It's funny, though. It is pretty funny. Maybe a 6 out of 10. It's a little bit too strong. Like, this is a 1-card win condition. But I like it anyway. I'm not going to give it less than a 6. 6 seems appropriate enough. Tokens need stats, not 0/0. Yeah, the tokens are too easy to break. Too easy to win with. Or you can just attack directly, like what GCD said. TheDuelLogs, what do you think about top 10 boxes from Duel Links? Yeah, I guess that's an idea. I should make more Duel Links videos. I like Duel Links. I play it more than regular Yu-Gi-Oh! However, I enjoy making videos about the TCG more. I don't know why. Like, I play Duel Links more than normal Yu-Gi-Oh! But I enjoy making videos about normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Way more than Duel Links. I think this is the last archetype on here. It's a Triamid archetype. That's how you say it, right? Triamid? 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 Yeah, this is the last one. More cards in the TCG, I guess? There are more cards. I guess that's probably why. This card is good. I haven't read it yet. Don't spoil it me. It is a normal spell card. Triamid Downfall. While you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are rock type, target 1 field spell card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon a Triamid monster from your deck, but banish it when it leaves the field. Yeah, that is good. You can banish this card from your graveyard, send a rock monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use 1 Triamid Downfall effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, Triamids, like, gain effects when their field spell cards are in the graveyard, or sent to the graveyard. And also, special summoning monsters from the deck is obviously good. So it's like, you know, like Triamids are like a Gear Town on steroids. Although, funny enough, none of the Triamid field spell cards have an effect as good as Gear Down. Rip Block Dragon. Top 10 monsters look like D&D monsters. It's Triamid. Is it Triamid? Triamid? Trimid? What was I saying? Triamid sounds fine. Also, destroying a Triamid spell will trigger that in-hand effect of Sphinx. Oh, yeah. Right. Sphinx. I actually know Triamids because I play them in Duel Links occasionally. How many should be played? All of them. Exodus to the Duat. Add one Triamid field spell card to your deck to your hand, or if you control a Triamid field spell card, add one Triamid card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, then draw one card. Whoa. Add a card, then draw a card? What is this? I forgot. Reload? What's the name of that really overpowered Sky Striker card that's banned? Not the one that's limited, the one that's banned. Hey, just realized several months ago, I'm watching hirumaredx and the TheDuelLogs, and you're the same person. Love your content. That's funny. I remember I saw this thing about like the Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber iceberg thing. You know, the different levels of the iceberg was basically just listing all of my different channels. Let's see. I thought that was pretty funny. What was I looking for again? Oh, Sky Striker, Mecha Drones, Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage? Yeah, it's basically Sky Striker Mobilize. Yeah, Engage. I don't know how I forgot the name of this card. It's a Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, so obviously really good. Ban-worthy, even. Although it's Triamid, so I think it's fine. Triamid Apocryphon. Apocryphon? Is it Apocryphon? Like Apocalypse? Apocryphon? Apocryphon? Yeah, I think it's Apocryphon. I got it. Triamid Apocryphon. I'm an expert at reading names. You guys just don't know it. Apocryphon. I think it's Apocryphon. I think I got it. I think it's pronounced like apocalypse, but with Kryphon in the middle of it. Kryphon. Apocryphine. Apocryphine. Apocryphon. Apocryphine. It's more based on Apocrypha, but yes. I don't know what Apocrypha is, though. All of my knowledge of ancient Egypt comes from Yu-Gi-Oh! And the course we did in 6th grade about it. Because our teacher was really into Egypt in 6th grade. Ancient Egypt. There is a difference. Okay, so, link spell card. An upward pointing arrow. One non-link Triamid monster. Ooh, I bet this card's broken. All Link 1 monsters are broken when they're sent in. You can only link summon Triamid Apocryphine once per turn. If this card is link summoned, take one rock monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. If a Triamid field spell card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, banish this card from your graveyard. Activate a Triamid field spell card with a different name from that card from your graveyard or banish pile. It's not broken, but it is good. Oh no, a Link 1 monster. I am a huge proponent that the only broken thing about Link monsters is Link 1 monsters. We ban all Link 1 monsters. They're fine. The banished pile. Oh yeah, the banished zone. Excuse me. I know it says pile on here, but it should say zone. That's fine. We don't need really proper problem-solving card text, because I can't even write proper problem-solving card text. So, you can go +1 on its summon, and it has a really good graveyard effect, which is not broken because it doesn't allow you to use one from the deck. If it allowed you to use one from the deck, I'd be like, whoa, it's too strong Link 1 monster. The fact that it has to be from the graveyard or the banish zone, that's fine. No hard ones per turn. It has a hard ones per turn on its summon. So it's basically the same thing. Griffin isn't pronounced Fron, so Apocryphon. I don't know. I have no idea. You see, remember this whenever I mispronounce a name in a video. True essence of the Triamid. A rock tuner, level 2. Ooh, I bet Block Dragon would love this. You can only special summon true essence oil Triamids once per turn. If you control a rock monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you control a Triamid monster, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Whoa. During either player's main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. During this main phase, rock monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. Whoa. That's like miscellaneous source, isn't it? You must control a Triamid field spell card to activate and resolve this effect. You can only use each of the effects once per turn. That's like miscellaneous source. Misc for rocks. It's broken? A little bit. I mean, if miscellaneous source is fine, this is probably just a little bit stronger. Because it's a level 2 tuner that you can special summon from the graveyard, but only if you have a Triamid monster. If you have a rock monster, you can special summon from the hand, which is also really good. And it's a miscellaneous source from the graveyard, but it's like reverse, because miscellaneous source can use itself from the hand. Looks like Future Fusion inside. Does it? Have you read Miscellaneous Source? This card is very strong in conjunction with the Link 1 monster. It's just really strong. Yeah. Triamid Relic, Link 2 monster. 2 rock monsters, including a Triamid monster. Triamid monsters this card points to can activate their effects as quick effects during either player's turn. Don't most of them have quick effects anyway? No, I think they have like one effect that's a quick effect, and the other one's spell speed 1. Gotcha. During your main phase, you can send a Triamid field spell card from your deck to the graveyard, special summon a level 4 or lower rock monster from your hand or graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon monsters the rest of this turn except rock monsters. That's fair. You can only use this effect once per turn. A card that combines well with the archetype that's not broken. I like it. Babel was a monster. Triamid Reincarnation. Oh, I know this is based off of... It's one of those really garbage Insector cards. Link 1 needs a special summon restriction instead. Link 1 does have a special summon restriction. It can only be summoned once per turn. Unless you mean locking yourself out of other cards for the turn. Triamid Reincarnation. When a spell/trap card or monster effect is activated, banish 2 cards from your graveyard. Any combination of rock monsters and field spell cards. Okay. When a spell/trap or monster effect is activated, banish 2 cards from your graveyard. Okay, so it's like the continuous trap card. Gotcha. Negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Then, if you control a Triamid monster, shuffle 1 random card from your opponent's hand into the deck. Whoa. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add to your hand 1 of your rock monsters or field spell cards that is banished or in your deck. You gotta be careful giving counter trap cards, you know, activatable effects from the graveyard. During your main phase, banish this card from your graveyard, add to your hand 1 rock monster or field spell card that is banished or in your deck. Wait. Rock monsters or field spell cards that is banished or in your deck. Okay. Usually it goes the other way around. Usually they specify deck first and then the banish zone, so it just kind of turned me around. So it can indeed search from the deck, which is the good place to search from. You cannot special summon monsters for this turn activate this effect, except rock monsters. You can only use 1 Triamid Retribution effect per turn and only once that turn. So, where's the clause saying add it to your hand? Add what to your hand? What I'm talking about here is its graveyard effect. Obviously, it's a good Omni Negate, and it fits very well within the archetype. because it literally has the same cost of their continuous trap card. And it has an extra effect if you control one of the named monsters on the field, which a lot of Archtype-specific trap cards have. The thing I'm talking about is like its graveyard effect is one that you can activate without, you know, having a specific condition other than just being your main phase. Since this is spell speed 3, because it's a counter trap, you can just use this to block your opponent out of being able to respond to your effects. So like you activate an effect, and then you can chain this in response to your effect, and then your opponent can't do anything because it's spell speed 3. That's what I'm talking about. Have any of your monsters be re-treatments so far? I thought they were just regular treatments. Re-treatments? Alright, I don't think I've gone over the monsters yet. No, one of them. There they are. The re-treatments are the XYZ monsters. Basically converts anything you do into a turn into spell speed 3. Exactly. That's what I meant by be careful about spells, you know, giving counter traps a graveyard effect. Because they can unintentionally be used to, you know, really good benefit. So much text. Yeah, that is a lot. Okay. Let me make it bigger. Oh, I can barely read this. It is a rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rank 8, huh? It must have an alternative summoning condition. 3 level 8 monsters. You can only special summon Retriamid, Anubis, Revos once per turn. You can also XYZ summon this card by using a Triamid Link monster you control as material. Oh, so like Ningirsu. Or Dingirsu. Once per chain, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then activate one of these effects based on the field spell card you control. Triamid Fortress, target 1 card in the field. This turn, that face-up card cannot be targeted and also cannot be destroyed by battle. Triamid Cruiser, special summon a level 4 or lower rock monster from your deck in defense position. Cannot be used material for this turn. As a material for a summon this turn. Ooh. Ooh. Triamid King Golem. Banish 1 monster from the field or graveyard. Once per turn, when a field spell card is activated, attach 1 of your banished rock monsters or field spell cards to this card as a material. Ooh. Okay. I get it. So, basically, what this card does is you can bring it out on top of a Link monster. So, yeah, the broken Link 1 monster allows you... Well, it's not broken, but it is broken now that this card exists. You use the Link 1 monster, then you bring this card out on top of it. And then once per turn, it has a quick effect that basically changes based on... No, I don't think it's a quick effect. I think it's spell speed 1. Once per chain, you can detach 1, then activate one of these effects based on the field spell card once per chain. I think some of them are quick effects. No, I don't think any of them are. No, none of them are quick effects. Okay, that's good. Then it should be quick. Yeah, I think they meant to make them quick effects, but they're not. A non-target banish. So yeah, basically, its effect changes based on which Triamid field spell card you have out, which is a neat effect. You basically change what effect it is by changing out your field spell cards. And when you activate a field spell card, it gets more materials. It's quick effect if it's pointed to by the Link 2. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's pretty good then. Next up, Retriamid, a busted dancer reinforcement. Hey look, she's dancing in Necro Valley. Three level 3 monsters. You can only special summon this card once per turn. You can also XYZ summon this card by using a face-up Triamid monster you control as material. So it's like a Zodiac. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material. That just made me wonder. Like, Zodiacs, you know, popularized the idea of just a single rank up on any card from their archetype. And with how broken Zodiacs turned out, I can see why they never did that again. Anyways, you know, besides Link 1 monsters. Link 1 monsters are basically Zodiacs. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material. Send a card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Set a tree emit spell or trap card from your deck. Or if it is a field spell card, activate it. That's pretty good. Even requires you to get rid of a card from your hand in addition to the detach. That's balance. Once per turn, when a field spell card is activated, attach one of your banished rock monsters or field cards to an XYZ monster you control as a material. Seems decent. Oops. Where's this card at? Okay. That's all the tree mids. So, let's rate the tree mods. If we go based on this, how is their power? Some of them are kind of strong, but I don't think any of them are too ridiculous. That fits within the archetype. I don't know if it would be super... Looks good. Looks good. I'll give the tree mids a high 8 out of 10. Maybe 9 out of 10. A high 8 out of 10, closer to a 9 out of 10. Let's just bump it up to a 9 out of 10. Thanks to the effort that was obviously put into the artwork. Good stuff. They're strong cards. A little bit, like the strongest one is probably this one, and you know, there was already a card that existed and a good archetype that did it. Support is very much too strong in my opinion, but it's very interesting, something I like to see, with some balancing tweakings. Yeah, basically that. It fits within the archetype very well. However, some of the effects are a little bit too strong. They might need a tad tuning back, or maybe they're appropriate enough because it's tree mids, so you don't have to worry too much about making them broken. The light thing is bothering me. What light thing? What light thing? There's no light. Oh, hey, it's the Bountifruit guy. The Bountifruit? The Bountifruit guy is back? What? Okay, so that's it for the custom card review. Like I said last week, we're going to do something new for next week's custom card review. We'll be right back. I'm going to drink water, though. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing for these from now on is following a theme. We need a theme for the next custom card review. Because up to this point, it's just kind of been whatever. It's sent in whatever you want. We're going to be following themes, though, going forward. And sometimes the theme will just be whatever you want. We need some kind of direction for this. Penis as a theme? Sure, that's definitely something. You're almost at 200k? I am almost at 200k. I can't believe it took so long. I was going so fast and then subs just kind of stopped hard in March. Let's see, currently I'm at 199724. I'm 300 subs away from 200,000. Not half bad, I guess. Not half bad. Yugi tubers? That's a pretty good theme. An anime theme? I'll make a community poll. I'll let you guys pick. And then I'll announce it on Twitter. What should I add to this poll? Let's see, community poll. Okay. Pick a theme for the next custom card review stream. I will announce the theme on Twitter in a few days, so just follow me to see what it is. Can we send you cards before but are remastered? You can send me whatever you want. Oh, I need to change this link. Alright, so. Make cards. Okay. How about cards that are cute but deadly? That's decent. Raijin, Endurance Challenge. Endurance Challenge duels until you reach 200k. Endurance Challenge duels. I probably won't reach 200k until a couple days from now. I only gain about 100 subs a day, give or take. Anime, Hololive, a theme. How about fixing Gemini monsters? That could be one. That seems kind of difficult for the first one. Maybe for a future one. Errata's control deck. How about volcanic support? No. If I put that there, people will vote on that one. Legacy support. Is Twitter DM okay? No, it has to be a at response. I don't have Twitter DMs open. Normal monsters sound fun. They need more love. Normal monster support. That's the stream, so just follow me there to see what it is. Yugi Tubers has Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Theme, cards with an alternative win condition. I like that. Cards with an alternative win condition. Sea serpents? Maybe. Super zombie decks? Customs based on video games? Trap tricks? Law of the normal? Disney? No, I don't want to use Disney's name. I already have custom cards for normal monsters. Good, good. GCD idea sounds fun. Yeah, I have that one on. An actual vampire type? Nah, I already have zombies. Gren Maju support? You mean the Gizmex? Normal monster support would breed too many broken Link 1 monsters? Probably. Generic staple cards? I've done that theme already. What about Evil Hero or Hero Rechains? That's a good idea. Tribute summon support cards? Unrepresented types? Pyros, Worms, Psychics? That's a good idea. Not Pyro, though. Star Wars, Marvel, or DC? Maybe. Balanced meme cards? I like that idea, too. How about support for gamble cards? Ooh, gamble support cards. Coin flip / dice rolls. Anti-combo decks, Cloudian. Reptile cards. Band cards. Combination types, pendulum flip ritual spirits. Ooh, that's a good idea. How about 7 Deadly Sins and anime gear monsters? I don't know about that. Maybe an anime thing in the future. Monopoly or Uno themed cards? That's a good idea. Cards which make you rock, paper, scissors. Union support. What are screencaps? Screenshots. I'll have to make a video on how to properly make custom cards one of these days. I would think I would have made it a long time ago already, but I keep putting it on the back burner. I'm just really busy. Rush duel cards. Big Chungus cards. You know, I have 4 of them. I have 4. These should be good enough. Let me see if I can show them to you. Let me enter studio mode. Yu-Gi-Oh! Desktop. Desktop. This should work. If I just move it over... Fuck. It's so hard to put this on screen. Let me just move this up here. And then widen this a little bit. And then move this over just a tiny bit. Okay. Okay. Exit studio mode. We'll come over here. Alright. So these are what we have so far. Yu-Gi Tubers as Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Normal monster support. Cards with an alternative win condition. Support for gamble cards. Big Chungus cards. I like that. Big changes. Cards who target the player. Ooh, that's a good one. Using OBS? Of course. What else would I use? Instant lose conditions. I like that too. I would go for more normal support. Light mode, ugh. Is there a dark mode for YouTube? Include a link to your Twitter in the post. Okay. I'll try to set that up. With gun support? Okay, this is good. This seems good. Let me just add my Twitter. There we go. Let's see here. I should also update the Twitter on my channel. I just noticed I haven't done that yet. Twitter.com/TheDuelLogs. Okay. Then we come over here to my channel. Customize channel. How do I customize the link? Short videos. Section will appear after a short video has uploaded. I'm not gonna make shorts. Feature video for returning branding. Profile, watermark, basic info. Links. Ah, here it is. My Twitter. Okay. The only thing I have on here is my Twitter. All right, I think it's set up. We go to my channel and we click on my Twitter. There we go. Okay. It's all set up. Twitter.com/TheDuelLogs. Blah, blah, blah. More food card support. Yes, it's all good to go. The TheDuelLogs is live. Yes, now let me make a tweet. I'll just tweet the video once it's done. Okie dokie. That's it for the stream. I got it all picked out. Go to the YouTube community post on this page in order to vote for it. And then I'll announce the results in like a day or two, which should give you about a week to create the custom cards based on the poll results. Also, that new series I talked about last week, I probably won't make it until May because I'm too busy this month. I've been working like 10-hour days all week, and I'm used to working 6-hour days. It's only 4 extra hours, but that's a lot for me. I'm used to not working that much. All right. Remember yesterday I thought my eyes were going to fall out. But they didn't, so it all worked out. Don't overwork yourself? I don't. Okay, see y'all everyone. I gotta get back to work. Goodbye.